Okay guys, now a minute ago I said that I was going to, in this example, I was going to group with 1 and 3. But let's just say I'm looking at this and I don't know. I mean, maybe I'm going to try 2 and 2. I'll group this one and group this one. Since this is plus, none of the signs in here have to change. So I could take out a 4 and I get p squared minus q squared. Now that's good because that's the difference of two squares. I could factor that, right? But hang on to that for just a second. And then I'm also going to get, what can I pull out over here? It looks like just an r times 4q minus r. And that's it. Man, what am I going to do with that? I can't factor anything there. I don't think there's anything that I can do with that. That's it. I could factor this, into p minus q times p plus q, right? Plus r times 4q minus r. Okay, but then that doesn't get me anywhere. Because I've got r's over on the right and I've just got p's and q's on the left. Okay, well let me try again. I'm going to back all this out. When something like that happens and I see that I've got just a variable on the right side and then that variable doesn't show up at all on the left side, maybe what I should do is group this into 1 and 3. Whoa, wait a minute. 4q just became positive now because the negative's outside. Okay, well that means that this has to change to negative and this has to change to positive. So let me rewrite this thing. So 4p squared minus 4q squared minus 4qr minus r squared. Now, I like that. I'm sorry, not minus r, but plus r squared, right? Okay. Now, let me see if I can factor that trinomial, because I know how to factor trinomials. So, let's see. This is a perfect square. This first term is. And so is this second one. Maybe this is a perfect square trinomial. So, how about 2q minus, because that's minus, r squared. I wonder if that gives me this stuff. I don't know. Let me multiply it and see. 2q minus r times 2q minus r. That's going to give me 4q squared. That's going to give me minus 2qr minus 2qr plus r squared. And then that gives me 4q squared minus 4qr plus r squared, and that's exactly what I have. Good. So now this is 4p squared minus something else squared. Minus squared. That sounds like the difference of squared. Whoa! Wait a minute. Let me just put this in a box. Do you see that this thing's being squared? Do you see that this is a perfect square? Do you see that this is a difference? This is called the difference of two squares. That means I need to keep factoring. So I know that it's going to be a plus b times a minus b. But what's a in this one? A is 2p plus 2q minus r, the stuff inside those parentheses, and 2p minus 2q minus r. Now I could get rid of those parentheses and just make it 2p plus 2q minus r times 2p minus 2q plus r, because remember the negative gets distributed. And that's it. That's it. And these things can't be factored. I don't have anything up squared or anything like that. I can't take out anything that goes into each one of them. That looks like it, guys. I think that thing is factored. All right? Good job, gentlemen. And I will see you at the next example.